Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. This is episode
108.
108. Thanks, Dave.
I think. I could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
109.
Oh, is it 109? Somebody
I'm
check.
checking.
Well, how many episodes are we at?
It's either 108 or 109 because I
Yeah.
remember Joe saying 107.
I remember saying 107 as well.
My money's on 108.
I think I'm also with 108.
I think it's 109. It's 109.
Fuck! All right. This is episode 109. We're the Cooker Shuffle guys. I'm Joe.
I'm Dave.
Oh, I'm Sarah. Sorry.
Nice. And before we get into anything this week, I just want to say I got an email the other day from YouTube. It's our YouTube year in review for 2021. So we don't get the Spotify Wrapped here, but we get the YouTube review. So in 2021, we have had 10.3 thousand minutes of watch time. Somebody wanted to divide that by 60 to see how many hours that is. Dave, if you could do that in your head that quickly, I would shit a brick.
Imagine.
10.3.
10.3 thousand divided by 60.
Wait, I don't even know what that number is supposed to look like.
10,300.
300.
Oh. $171.6 minutes.
Hours. That's not bad. 172 hours, give or take. We've got 1,238 views. Our most viewed video, as you probably both remember, is episode 72, I'm a Redhead, featuring Kylie. We've got 3 top countries that watch our videos. That one being the United States, 2,
America.
the United Kingdom.
Shout out.
Shout out all you Brits out there and other people in the United Kingdom. And then 3rd country is Canada. Shout out Canada.
Shout out.
So North America is winning.
Yeah, North America's got the cake there. And then month with the most views, April. Shout out April. Great month.
Good content in April.
Solid month. Yeah, good content in April. So just shout out to you 35 subscribers, I think you're at. Let me double check that.
Even if you're
35 subscribers.
Even if you're not in the top 3 countries, we still like you.
Yeah, we still love you guys. Make sure you keep subscribing, liking, sharing. We appreciate all of you.
Try and get your way up to top 3.
Yeah. With that being said, my week has been fucking awful. Absolutely goddamn ridiculous.
That stinks.
Yeah. So my car broke down the other day while I was going Christmas shopping. Ho, ho, ho. Merry fucking Christmas. It broke down on I-4. Dave, you don't know what that is. It's just a highway.
Yeah.
Anyways, broke down on I-4. It was like going just like that. And I was like, that's not fucking good. I pressed on the clutch and my car went, and I was like, fuck. So like I still had enough momentum to just roll to the shoulder of the road and stop it. So I called AAA and I said, I need a tow. This is what's happening. They were like, okay, this auto shop is like 6 miles from you. Is that fine? I go, I don't really have any other options. So yeah, that's fine. And so they were like, well, you will have to pay because your AAA membership only covers 5 miles.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't it only 5 miles?
Yeah.
They're a bunch of fucks.
So they go, you're going to have to pay. And technically it's 6.8 miles away. So you're going to have to pay for 2 miles. And I go, okay. And they go, it's $6 a mile. So it's going to cost you $12. And I go, whatever, that's fine.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Fuck 'em.
But anyways, so I'm sitting there waiting. Tow truck finally arrives. They told me it would be there by like 12:33. And it got there at like, that was probably only about half an hour from the time that I was on the phone with them, which like shocked me because they always say between an hour or between now and like 2 hours from now.
It's never quick.
Yeah, it's never quick. And sure enough, that 30-minute estimate was very far off. They didn't get there for like an hour and a half. I was just sitting on the side of the road in the heat, hating my life. So anyways, they eventually get there. They hook me up. They tow me. And I walk into the shop and I go, hey, I was just with the tow truck. Like my car's back there. Here's what's happening. I think I may have, I go, I don't think the engine is seized, which Sarah, if you don't know what that is, it's when you run
know
out
what
of
that
oil.
is.
Okay. Just didn't know if you knew. You
Happened
know.
to me, so I know what that
Yeah, I
would mean.
figured. I just didn't know. But anyways, so I was like, I don't think it's seized because it's still turning over, but it's not starting. So it's close to being seized if it's not already. And they were like, all right, we'll take a look at it. We'll let you know, but it's not going to be until tomorrow. And that was the other day. And I was like, so now here I am stranded 25 minutes from my house, haven't done Christmas shopping, don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. And I was like, well, first things first, I'm getting fucking food. There was a Wendy's right next door. So I go, I'm walking to Wendy's. So I walk to Wendy's, figure out what I'm going to do. Found a rental car. That's like, it was like $100. I got it for 2 days. And I go, okay, this will at least let me do my Christmas shopping and get the fuck home tonight. And work the next day. So I walked to the rental car place. That took an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was
You walked?
It was probably about a 5-minute drive. I walked.
Why didn't you call
What's
anybody?
Shannon doing?
Shannon was at work. It
What
was a
bitch.
nice day out. Why the fuck wouldn't I walk? I don't know.
I mean, I did that one time. My car took a shit on me,
Yeah.
and I walked what was supposed to be a 7-minute drive
Mm-hmm.
was
What, 2.5 hours?
no, it was I think it was like maybe half an hour.
Yeah.
No, it had to be longer than that, maybe an hour. But I was supposed to go somewhere, and I was like, well, I'm sitting here. I called Dad. He was driving up anyways. It was gonna take him half an hour to get there.
Yeah.
I think, and I started running a little bit too. It was a hot day too, of
Yeah.
course.
I mean, like, I saw that it was going to take, I think it was like an hour 25 walk time. And I was like, I got long fucking legs. I'm beating that. And it ended up taking me like, I think max an hour I got there. So I was sweating by the end, but yeah, I got there in a decent time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I got the rental car. While I was walking to the rental car, the shop called me. And I was like, if they fucking say that my car is okay, they just had to put oil in it, I'm gonna kill myself. Because the rental was non-refundable. I spent the $100 already. So they call me, they go, hey, we noticed your car is completely out of oil. I go, shocker. So we're gonna start there. We're gonna do an oil change. They go, your car's got this thing that basically turns it off, stops it from seizing. The oil change should hopefully be okay, assuming you didn't do too much damage. I go, okay, sounds good. So they do that, didn't hear back from them. So I go, okay, I at least won't know until tomorrow. So the next day they called me back and they said, I got bad news for you. I go, fuck me. They said, the oil change, like your car's not leaking oil. It's just burning through it fast, which is why you ran out of oil and you didn't realize. But the damage has already been done. There's a knocking in your engine. You got to get a new engine. I go, okay, how's that going to look price-wise? They go $6,500 for a new engine. And I was just like, are you joking? They go, yeah, we don't have used engines anywhere. You got to get a remanufactured engine. $6,500. And I was like, and I was literally getting into work when they called me. So I was walking in, having a pretty decent morning, walked into work, get this call. I was like, great. Now I got this I go, I'm walking into work. Can I call you back later on my break? They go, sure. So get on my break, talk it over a little bit with mom and dad. I think by that point, dad was actually back to driving buses, so I couldn't get in contact with him. So I called the shop back and I go, hey, I still don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a call back after my day's over. What time are you open until? They were open until 7. I was off at 6. Worked out perfectly. So I called them back and I said, I'm going to come in tomorrow and look at it. This was yesterday. So I go, I'm going to come in tomorrow and take a look at it. And we'll go from there. So I go in yesterday, I take a look at the car and ask a couple of questions. And I was like, I can't justify spending more than the car is worth on just the engine.
Exactly.
So I said, no, thanks. So I paid $200 for an oil change. And then another $100. So I basically paid $300 because included in the rental car, $300 for an oil change because the engine diagnostic cost $140 and the oil change costs $40 after tax, $198 plus the rental car, $300 for an oil change. And then
Wait,
engine diagnostic to figure out what's wrong with it cost $140.
But for them to just fucking,
Yeah.
I mean, this is just what I'm guessing.
They run
it
all the
is.
checks, right? Like they check everything to figure out. But ultimately, what they found out was I'm out of oil and there's a knocking, which both things very easy to figure out. I knew I was out of oil. I can hear the knocking. They can't do anything. It's not like they take the engine apart and put it back together. They just listen and look. That's all they do. $140.
I figured they plug something in, or maybe listen to it. I'm like, what you really put that exerted so much energy to figuring out a noise.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm no mechanic, but any mechanics out there, tell me if I'm wrong, if it's going to cost $140 just to see what's wrong with my engine.
Yeah. Now, like, I know that like a lot of like the dealerships will do that. They charge you an outrageous fee for diagnostic. Yes, Sarah?
So you don't have a car.
Hold that thought. So I will get there. Trust me. So I was like, like dealerships do an engine diagnostic fee, which is ridiculous. And they always go, we'll waive that fee if you agree to the maintenance, which I assume, well, I don't even know if the auto shop would have waived the fee. It wouldn't have mattered if I spent the $6,500, because after $6,500, what's another $140 really? You know,
right.
It's not gonna make a difference. Regardless, I declined the maintenance besides the oil change. So they didn't waive the fee if that was an option they were going to give. I go, do you know how long the car is going to last if I don't get the engine replaced? And they go, it could seize up on your way home. It could last a couple of months. They go, the engine is running with this oil change. As long as you're careful with it, you could get a couple of months out of it. I go, okay, that's what I needed to hear, because I just need it to last past the holidays so I can get a new car in the new year. That's the plan, is get a new car in the new year. And they were like, all right, sounds good. Best of luck. And I was like,
new car, new year, new me.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, thanks. Let's fucking hope I can get anywhere. So I was like, I'm not even going to go home. I'm just going to go right to whatever's closest. So the closest place was the Subaru dealership that I've taken that exact car to several times. And I go, I'm going to start there. I'm going to see what they'll offer me for the car, see if I can get a used car from the dealership. It's not what I wanted, but it's what was closest. So I'm driving. It's literally 9 minutes down the road. I'm driving. I make it about 6 minutes down the road. I'm literally one light away from the dealership. Car starts going. Press on the clutch, turned off. I go, fuck. And this time I didn't have momentum. I was at a stoplight. Car turns off. I go to turn it back on. It's turning over again. It's not starting. And I'm like, fuck. And now I'm blocking traffic, right? I'm just in the
worst.
I'm just in the lane, turn the hazards on. Cars are like, and I'm like, I'm sorry, can't do anything. So I call Dad. I tell him the car died. He laughs at me. And I go, I literally start beating on the fucking steering wheel. I was so angry in that moment because all I needed was it to get me to the dealership. I knew it wasn't going to be good. As soon as I turned the car on at the auto shop, I knew it wasn't going to last the drive home. I just needed it to get me 9 minutes down the road. Couldn't do that. So now I'm calling the dealership. I'm like, do you guys have a tow service? Like, I'm trying to trade this car and I'm trying to buy a car from you guys. Can you help me out?
I need to give you some money.
Yeah. And they go, we don't have a tow service, but you can call Who Helps Us. So I call the local tow company. I go, hey, I need a tow to the dealership that you deal with. And they go, it's going to take about an hour and a half, 2 hours before we can get somebody out to you. They go, but here's some other numbers of people that might get to you sooner. I call both those. Yes.
Did you not go, I'm in the middle of the fucking road?
Oh yeah, I know. I told them. Well, by that time I'd popped the car into neutral. I'd put the parking brake down and I managed to push it into the center median for the most part. I had like 3/4 of my car off the road and the back tire was kind of sticking out.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah, it was awful.
Was this is this a straight road? Is it a hill?
Yeah, no, straight road.
Down. You should just push it to the car dealership.
Well, I would have had to make a left turn into major traffic. Yeah, the dealership was a left turn on the right-hand side. So like if I could have done that, I would have. But like there was no way out. If it was just a straight shot, I would have done it. Maybe.
My head was on the right for some reason. I don't know why.
No.
Just
but anyways, so I called the other two places. Both of them put me on hold. Nobody ever answered. After like 10 minutes of sitting on hold, I go, okay, hung up. I call AAA. I go, hey, here's where I'm at, blah, 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 blah. They go, oh, well, your AAA is in New York. You're currently in Florida, so we have to transfer you up to New York to do something. Oh, I didn't remember my membership number. So they go, we have to transfer you up to New York to get your membership number. They'll transfer you back down to us so we can help you out. I go, great. They didn't have me do that when I was on I-4, but fine, we'll do it this time. They transfer me up to New York. Nobody ever answers at New York.
Wait, you didn't have, wait, your membership number isn't on your card?
I didn't have my card with me.
Oh, that's your first mistake.
Yeah. So I didn't have AAA membership card with me. Couldn't give them the number. So they go, okay, we're going to transfer you up to New York. They're going to give you your number. They're going to transfer you back down to us. I'm on hold with the New York AAA forever. Nobody ever answers the phone. So I go, fuck AAA. I'm not sitting here and waiting. So I call back the first tow company and I go, hi, I just spoke with you. And they go, oh yeah, I remember you. I go, nobody's answering. I'm being put on hold everywhere. Nobody's getting to me. I go, by this time, your tow truck would have already been here. Can you help me out? She goes, well, the tow truck that was in your area, I just sent about 30 minutes north. So now it's going to take even longer. I go, oh, fuck me in the ass. She goes,
oh my
call
God.
back this other place, ask for Ben, tell him Lisa recommended him. I go, okay. So I call back. I go, hi, can I speak to Ben? Lisa's from Tibbetts. That's the name of their towing company. Lisa from Tibbetts.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Tibbetts. Lisa from Tibbetts recommended I speak to Ben. She goes, yeah, okay, please hold. And I sat there. And I go, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm on hold again and nobody's fucking answering. So I go, I'm going to just try and start the car. Right now, it's been sitting for about 30, 45 minutes. Let me try and start it again. So I start it. It's not doing anything. And I'm like, come on, just turn on. And then it finally fucking turns on. And let me tell you, I fucking screamed and I immediately hung up the phone. I just hung up the phone. Didn't fucking care if anybody was going to answer. My goal was get to the dealership. All I got to do is go 100 yards down the road, give or take, make a left turn, and I'm in the parking lot. So I did not let off the gas because I knew if I pressed on the clutch, my car was turning off. Yeah. So I got very lucky. The next light was green, and I made the left turn, and I fucking rolled into the parking lot, parked the car. The second I parked the car, it turned off, and I was like, thank fucking God. I go into the dealership. I then sat in this dealer. This is, by the way, 11:45 in the morning to noon, somewhere in that time range. I walk into the dealership. They take me over to maintenance. I go, listen, I don't want this car worked on. There's nothing you can do for it. Here's what I want. It's
going to cost me a little money.
So I talked to the maintenance guy first because they brought me right over to him. And I was like, here's what's going on. Here's what the auto shop told me. I go, if you want to take a look at it, you're going to have to drag it over here, but by all means, take a look at it. But my goal here is to trade this car in for any money that I can get, anything that I can get for it, and get a new car, because now I don't have an option, right? Now my car's dead. The car has forced my hand. I need a new car. And my only option is the Subaru dealership. So he takes me back over to a salesperson. This guy, Ken, dealt with me all day. He was very nice. Shout out, Ken. Great guy.
We know that you're listening, Ken.
Yeah. So I sat in that dealership from, let's say, noon until 7 p.m., 7:30, trying to figure all this shit out. I couldn't go anywhere, right? Now I'm dealing with I'm dealing with Ken. I'm trying to figure out the car stuff, trying to figure out bank stuff, trying to talk to Dad. Dad's at work, so I can't call him until he's off work. So we're just sitting there at a standstill at one point. And Shannon's at work, so she can't even come and join me, keep me company, or take me somewhere to get food. So we're just there for 7.5, 8 hours, give or take, somewhere in that time frame at a dealership. And so I test drove it. I test drove it. Yeah, I
break down and sob my eyes out.
Yeah, it was not good. So I test drove one car because he asked me, he goes, let's take a look at some used cars. He goes, do you know what you're interested in? I go, I want to stick with Subaru because ultimately, while this car is a piece of shit, it lasted a very long time. It's from 2008, 256,000 miles. Can't ask anything more of the car. So I go, I'd like to stick with Subaru ideally, but I'm willing to, potentially look at some other stuff if it's within a good range and it's a car that I like and that I know. And so he showed me the Subaru Crosstrek, which is literally the car that I want. And he showed it to me. I really liked it. It was 2019, little out of my price range, but I figured I could haggle with him a little bit. And
what's your price range? $100?
Yeah, pretty much. So it was a few $1,000s over my price range. And so we test drove the Crosstrek. I loved it. I literally fell in love with the car. And I was like, fuck, like this, I'm leaving with this car. I am getting this fucking vehicle. And he goes, do you want to look at the other one? I go, I fucking hate that car. That's ugly as shit. And it's white. I don't want a white car.
I wanted a white.
So did I.
I almost got a white truck.
No, if you had seen this ugly fucking, what I don't even remember what it was. Regardless, I hated it. It was ugly. So, we were trying to figure it out, and I go, I have no choice but to buy a car today or lease a car because I don't have a car, right? And I need a vehicle.
Yeah,
your boy needs a car. So we're figuring all this shit out. He's running a credit check. He's running some numbers. I go, I cannot afford to pay what the car is priced at right now. I need that price to come way down. And then they go, okay, well, you're going to need a co-signer for a better rate and this and that, blah, 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 better loan. So we get Dad on the phone. He co-signs. And
shout out dads.
Yeah, shout out Dad, because he fucking haggled even more than I thought I was even possible. He fucking haggled like I've never seen before. And so got the price way down. I am now
what the
not
shit?
yet.
How come I couldn't get my price down? Some bitches.
Well, I think Dad was like, listen, he's buying this car today. Give him an option. Give him a reasonable option here.
That makes sense.
And so, not yet. So like they have to, I signed off all the paperwork, but they have to FedEx the paperwork up to Dad, and then he has to sign it all and then FedEx it back down. He was on the phone. He goes, can't you fax it to me right now and I'll sign it and fax it back? They go, no, we need a wet signature. I go, fucking spit on it then. I don't fucking know. And so they were like, yeah, we're going to FedEx it, overnight it. I go, FedEx overnight? What the fuck? This shit's not going to get here forever. But anyway, so they FedEx it. It should be there tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Dad will FedEx it back down. Hopefully be there Saturday. So come Saturday, I should, in theory, be the proud new owner of a 2019 Subaru Crosstrek. But for the time being, I have no fucking vehicle. So I had to Uber to the DMV today, and the DMV couldn't help me because they have to make an appointment at the DMV. So I go, I need to switch my New York license to a Florida license because now everything needs to be in Florida by Saturday, right? And so I tried to make an appointment online. They told me there was nothing available to January. I go, that's fucking bullshit. I'm going to the DMV. They'll be available there. And so I walk in. She goes, do you have an appointment? I go, no. She goes, okay, we're going to make you an appointment. Perfect. They give me a number. I sit down for 10 minutes. They call my number. I go up to the window. She goes, what's going on? I go, I need to switch my New York driver's license to a Florida driver's license. She goes, okay, the next available appointment is January 13th, 2022. I go, that's a month from now, ma'am. She goes, that's the next available appointment. I go, all you have to do is switch my picture to a new piece of plastic that says Florida. That's it. January is the best they can get me. So I go, okay, I'll take the appointment. Me knowing full well that come January, I will now be living in a new house with a new address, and I have to provide a whole new proof of residency for that place that I haven't even lived in yet. So I Uber back home. Same fucking Uber driver. I'll get into that guy later. Same Uber driver picks me up from the DMV, drives me back home, drops me off. I go inside. Okay. Now I got to call Geico. I got to get my insurance from New York down to Florida. So I call Geico. I go, hey, I need to switch my shit from New York to Florida. They go, okay, yeah, sure, we can help you out. Let's connect you to a Florida agent and they can help you out. I go, awesome, thanks. She switches me over. Woman was very nice. Shout out Geico. And I was like, first of all, I go, I can't get my driver's license yet in Florida. I go, it's going to take a little bit. Is that going to put all this on hold, or can I still get the insurance switched over and get my car? She goes, oh yeah, you don't need the license. She goes, as long as they see the insurance and that's going to be in the state of Florida, that's fine. She goes, the license can come whenever. I go, oh, thank God. So the license can come
One
whenever.
point for you in this whole situation.
Yeah, the 1 point for me. So
Moment of
then
relief.
she goes, let's start looking at the policy here. She goes, I'm going to keep what you've got already, but Florida does require a few more things in addition. She goes, now your price is going to go up a little bit because Florida has a higher percentage of uninsured drivers. I go, that's not surprising at fucking all. Fuck Florida. And she goes, they also require this insurance. I can't remember what it was. It was some fucking liability bullshit. And she goes, so add that on. We'll keep everything else the same. Here's your new 6-month premium. My current, for reference, 6-month premium is $498 every 6 months. So that is $84 a month that I'm paying for insurance, which is dirt fucking cheap. Dirt cheap.
Yeah.
My new.
I thought this was. Oh.
No. My current.
No.
My new 6-month premium is $970. I will be paying double what I'm paying right now. I am paying $160 a month for car insurance.
That's what mine jacked up to. Doubled it.
Yeah.
I was at like 78. And
yeah.
it went up to 158.
Yeah. So I'm fucked, right? Because I got the car actually for a great rate. My dad got them down to 4.5% interest rate, which is way higher than yours, Dave. So fuck me, I guess. But 4.5% interest rate. I'm paying $286 a month for the car. That's way under what we were thinking it was going to be. We were like got them down to $300 a month. Finalized, it was $286. I go, fuck yeah. Now my insurance fucking
6 years
brought me 84 months. Yeah. That's 7 years, isn't it?
That's 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years I'll be paying this car off. Fucking Jesus. But anyways, so now my insurance is jacked up through the roof. And she goes, well, your insurance, your policy for New York is a little bit different than Florida. So like you might be able to kind of mess with some of those prices and bring it down a little bit. She goes, and also once you get the car, that price will change because right now it's just like it's covering the Forester the 2008 Forester. It's not covering the new car yet because I don't have the new car yet. So hopefully that comes back down, but it's not coming down another fucking $500 is what I'm gathering from this. So I'm pissed.
It's a nice
and
little car.
I think that's pretty much.
But you got a new car.
I did get a new car.
So me and you both had the same situation. Our car just had to
ran out of options. You got it. And now we were in this.
Mine wasn't, $6,500 to fix it. They didn't even know what was wrong with it. They were just like, well, we're going to have to figure out what's wrong with it, which, is going to cost labor.
Yeah.
And then once we figure out what's wrong with it, I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't want this car.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just waiting for the day for it to die.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was saying. I go, the day it dies is the day I get a new car. And it went, okay, fuck you, and died.
Yeah.
So it's great.
It's
cool. I will say, once we finalized everything with the new car, I cried in the dealership. The guy had walked away, but I cried. And I was on the phone with Dad, and I was like, Dad, thank you for your help, right? Like Dad, of course, helped me out a little bit. And I was like, thank you. You have no idea how much this means to have a vehicle again. And then I went to go get some stuff out of my car. And I guarantee on Saturday or whenever it is that Dad sends the paperwork back down, when I go and get all of my stuff out of the old car, I will cry. Because I fucking hate that car. But I've had that car for so long. It drove me all the way down to Florida. It drove me back up to Buffalo and back several times. It's done a lot for me.
Emotional attachment to car. I mean, I have emotional attachment to everything, but one of the hardest things I had to get rid of was my first car because it was with me for so many pivotal moments of my life.
It's a car.
Yeah, it is ultimately a car, and I'll get over. I love the new one, but Dave, you drove a fucking you old used minivan, so you didn't give a fuck. Yeah. But
I loved my car.
This Subaru was my first car that I owned on my own. So this was my first car.
If my old car could have ran forever and ever and ever, I would pick that car over any new car that ever was to come out.
I don't know about that.
No, I do.
Well, she probably got a better first car than we did.
I had a 2001 Mazda Tribute. and I got it in 2016.
I had a
still newer than the new car that we had. Oh god, yeah, our cars are from the 70s, so you still had a better car than us.
Not better looking, but
no, not better looking at all. Your car was probably an ugly piece of shit.
No, you had been in that car. That's the car I took to Florida.
Oh yeah, that car was a piece of fucking shit.
I loved that car.
Literally the worst car I've ever driven in. I'd rather drive my broken down Subaru Forester again than get in that car.
No.
I mean, I didn't want to get rid of my Mustang.
Sarah, it was falling apart.
But it was held together with love.
Oh.
And duct tape.
I didn't want to get rid of my Mustang. And obviously when I saw it get towed out of the driveway, I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, no, it's an emotional thing. And like, again, I think it's like the stress just kind of bearing down on me. That's what really made me upset. It wasn't like I'm losing my car. It's like, it's a 2008 Subaru Forester from West Virginia. Fuck that. Like,
yeah.
But like,
yeah. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
That's fine. But it's about the Uber driver, this guy, Tony. Dude was a little annoying. Tony, if you're listening, I'm sorry. So Tony picks me up, right? He goes, I get in the car. The first thing he says to me after saying hello is, "Did you text me as soon as I pulled up to your house?" I go, "No." He goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "I got a text that was like from Uber." And I go, "Well, then maybe it's from Uber, you fucking moron." And I need to sneeze. Fuck, it's not coming out. Anyways, he goes, "I got a text from Uber that's like something about like sharing information." He goes, "Must just be from Uber." I go, Yeah,
I said from Uber.
So then we start driving and he's like asking me some questions. He goes, "Are you local? Blah, 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 this and that." And then he starts talking about his own fucking life, right? He goes, "I'm originally not from here either." He goes, "I'm from Wisconsin. I moved down here because my high school sweetheart broke up with me, and I moved down to Georgia. Originally, I spent 12 years in Georgia, and then I moved down here where I met my wife in Georgia. Then we moved down here to take care of her mom, blah, 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 blah." And he's telling me all this fucking shit that I didn't ask for, right? He's just going on and on and on. And I'm just like, DMV's 10 minutes away. This car, or 20 minutes away. This drive took fucking forever. And then he starts going on about how he when he moved away from home, he didn't talk to his family for like a decade, right? He just didn't talk to them for 10 years. Didn't see them, didn't talk to them, didn't go back home. And he goes, "So now I'm doing Uber to like pull in some cash anywhere I can and trying to get a new job." And I go, "This guy's fucking unemployed, driving Uber for a living.
How are you managing?"
I don't know. And he's got a wife and 2 stepkids. He told me this. So, and he goes, "So like when I eventually went back home, it was very emotional." He goes, my aunt was so happy to see me." He goes, "In that 10 years, my father had passed away. This had happened, that had happened." I go, "Dude, you weren't there for your father passing away? Like the fuck?" So he's just like all this shit and he's just unloading everything on me. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm trying to like go up there more often, like a couple times a year at least." And then I chime in, I go, "Yeah, I go back home like 3-4 times a year pretty easily. I can, flight to cheat." He goes, "Yeah, like," he goes, "I think like I have a big enough family. If like they can all kind of chip in like a little bit of money, I can get a flight." I go, "Chip in? Dude, you're an adult." He goes, "Well, like, when you have 10 family members, they can all chip in $15. You can afford a $150 flight ticket pretty easily." I go,
"Or just get a job."
I go, "Just get a fucking job, dude."
Did he tell you why he can't get a job?
No, I didn't bother asking. I didn't want him to dive into all that. He made it sound like he had, or what I had assumed was he probably just like lost a job recently, maybe. And so now he's doing Uber in the meantime to try and get some cash. But I was
You should have charged him $100 for the therapy session.
Yeah, I should have. I did not tip him, by the way. I feel bad. I got the notifications from Uber every time I stepped out of the car, like on both trips. And I go, "Oh, that's for the tip." And I just never open those notifications because I just I don't have money, right? I just bought a new car. I can't afford to tip this guy. And so, anyways, he's like, "Yeah, I want to try and go back home because like I miss my family and this and that." And he goes, "I did spend some time with my uncle recently. because he was going to spend some time with his old high school friend, but his high school friend's an alcoholic. And so he didn't want to deal with that. And he goes, which is funny because my uncle used to be an alcoholic, into alcohol and weed when I was growing up. And so like, he's a totally changed guy now. I'm just like, wow.
Dude, some people just gotta like,
I was like, okay. So he drops me off. He goes, have a good afternoon. I go, yeah, you too. I get out of the DMV 15, 20 minutes later after the whole, we can't help you right now. I open up Uber, order the ride back home. Immediately pops up, Anthony will pick you up. I go, fuck. I knew it too. It was the same red car. And I was like, motherfucker, fucking Tony's coming back.
Oh, good. Hey man, I could finish my story.
Yeah. So he picks me back up. I go, hey, it was a short DMV visit. Fastest I've ever been in and out of the DMV. He goes, yeah, I was shocked. He goes, I went all the way down to try and get some more rides. There wasn't anything down that way. So I started heading back up, and sure enough, I go, yep, here we are. And so he starts talking about, I don't even know what he started talking about at this point. Oh, we started talking about music. He goes, you like to listen to music? I go, yeah. He goes, what's your favorite? I go, I like a lot. I like pop, country. Those are like my two big ones. He was like, do you know who this person is? I go, no. He goes, well, you know Creedence Clearwater Revival? I go, yeah. He goes, well, that's the lead singer. I go, cool. That's great. Don't care. And so then he starts talking about music, and then he's like, I'm learning to play the guitar and blah, 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 blah. And he goes, or I was just like, yeah, I could never learn how to play some of this shit. It's way too complicated. He's like, oh, well, like something like this or blah, 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 and this and that, and country music this and country music that, you know. And then he starts listing off country artists, just country artists after country artists. I go, I get it. You know country artists. He goes, yeah, when you're playing the guitar, country music's like really, really good to play along to because it's got a lot, you know, it's easy to kind of figure out the, and I go, chord progressions? He goes, yeah. He goes, do you play guitar? I go, no. I took lessons a few years back. I know very basic chords, and I know some of the notes. I go, but I'm a percussionist somewhat. I go, my family, all of us can like dabble at the piano. My brother plays a saxophone. Music's in our blood, but I don't play guitar. And he goes, what, Sarah? Yeah.
Dave or brother John plays the saxophone?
I do. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case,
that's cool.
In case you never
saxophonist.
You've never seen me in person, so you know you've never seen this giant saxophone tattoo on my arm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude fucking plays.
I don't.
Play up a little bit, Dave.
I literally don't. If you were like
you regret the saxophone plastered on your arm, or
I regret how big it is. I do. I really did enjoy playing the saxophone, and I would like to play it again. I still have one. But in my ears, I sound like what?
Probably a couple dying animals.
Yeah.
You weren't good at it? Or?
No, I was good.
He was good.
Okay.
Like I wasn't like bad. I knew what the shit was, but every time I hear a saxophone playing, it doesn't sound
like how you sounded.
Like how I sound. And I'm like, is it because I'm watching it in a video and they do some like they get rid of like background noise and they boost up the audio, whatever.
I could have been in video editing.
And I'm like, man, I really hope that's it, or the saxophone just dog shit because it's an old saxophone. But I was like, why does this just sound like booty? Like, ugh. But I don't know, a few years ago, I played Christmas music while the family was here on my saxophone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could read music. Okay. I mean, I
can still read music. I can definitely do that.
It'd be tough.
I can still read music.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to do it as quickly as I'd be able to.
Yeah.
I used to be able to.
I could read the music, but I used to, I don't want to talk about it, but when I used to play in band,
What did you play?
Clarinet.
You trumpet?
The flute.
Oh, I was gonna say
flute.
Yeah, so I was like, no, she's not a flute girl, is she?
The flute. And then I had to.
You know, Dave played the flute.
Yes.
Dave's first instrument was the flute.
I played the flute for 1 year and I hated it. It sucked.
And then I had to pick between band and choir, and I picked choir. But I can read the music, but I could not tell you what but
what you're
like
doing
anymore. Like I couldn't tell you what an A is, or like I couldn't.
Oh, I know all the notes easily on the saxophone. I mean, my fingers are...
Dave's a fucking sax master.
I mean, that's you got G, A, B, C. That's
I know what all the notes are, and I know how to read them, but I don't know them on the instrument.
You don't know the finger placements.
Yeah, anymore.
Well, that's what I was just doing. You know, my claw.
Dave's got the fingers down.
C. You know, it's the middle finger.
But yeah, so this guy had a fucking chat with me, and I was like, "All right, Tony, take care. Call your fucking mom. I guess I don't know. Like,
call her before."
I considered like while he was talking about on the first trip, while he was talking about like not having spoken to his family in a long time, considering calling his cousins just to like say hello. He was like, but I feel like I just don't know. Like I feel like they hate me or something like that after not speaking to them for so long. And so I was like thinking, I go, I could be this guy's like, you know, gift from God in this moment. Like really say some shit to fucking.
You give $200 to get home.
Yeah.
No. I was like, let me be this guy's like saving grace, right? So he goes, I feel like they hate me and I just don't know if I should call them. And so I was opening the door. I was saying, have a nice afternoon. I almost considered going back in the car and be like, hey, call your cousin. It's the right thing to do. And then just closing the door and never seeing this guy again. And then I was very thankful that I didn't do that, because then he picked me up again and drove me home. So like it would have been really awkward. But on the second trip, I should have done that.
That's more of a, hey, I'm going to say this and I'm never going to see you again.
Yeah, that's definitely a I will never see you again sort of thing.
Or at least like a few months later, you'll see him like, hey, did you call your cousin?
You call your cousin.
How you doing? How's the stepkids?
Yeah, how are the stepkids? He was just like he was like a very much like definitely an adult, right? A full-blown adult, because obviously married, kids, spent 12 years in Georgia, so I know he's at least 12 years old.
At least 13.
Yeah, he's at least 13. So he's a full-blown adult, but he very much gave off like I'm a fucking child vibes. Just like doesn't like I don't have my life together, but dude didn't have his life together. Sorry, Tony. Can't afford a $150 flight home. Gonna ask your family for $15 a pop? Come on. Like that's a bit like text the family group chat. Hey everybody, trying to take a trip home to see you all. Can you all chip in $15?
I haven't talked to you in 10 years, but now I'm asking for money.
Hey, well, ridiculous. You know. Anyways, that's my week.
If I ran into him, I've been like, here, man.
Joe show this week on the pod.
Yeah, I know. I guys got anything? Please take it away.
I had a bit of a different week. I had a little bit of a major life update, kind of exciting. I accepted my first full-time job.
Oh, right.
Wait, didn't you tell us about this like last week? Though?
No. So last week, I was starting to work full-time hours as the intern for the department that I work for, but right. I was offered a full-time salaried position and I said yes.
Wow. What are you making?
I'm not going to share that on the podcast.
Why not?
That's a personal question, Joe.
I just froze. Did you see that? Hello?
Oh, you're still frozen. Again.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a blue man in that picture? I've always wondered.
Yeah. You've asked this before.
Oh, have I? Wait, Dave, what? Are you in that picture?
Wait, I'm confused. What are we looking at? I don't see anything.
And Dave loses me on his screen when I.
Oh. Yeah. It's his little profile picture.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was.
There we are. Hello, fucking piece of shit camera.
Yeah, I went to see Blue Man.
It was forever ago.
Forever. I was with my first ex.
I just don't ever change profile pictures, apparently.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't.
Made fun of for it.
But anyways.
Yeah, I accepted my first full-time job.
Congratulations. So why can't you tell us what you make?
Is this?
Why
not? What is your like?
Oh, my title? I'm the HR generalist.
HR generalist.
So
HR, you're such a buzzkill.
So like
that's what they say about HR.
What? I know. You know, we're renaming the department
50,000 a year? 50,000?
I'm not sharing.
Oh, come on.
I'm not sharing.
Okay.
No.
Sarah, you've shared your address on this fucking podcast.
I'm not sharing my annual. No, I'm not sharing that.
I'll share what I make.
Is this the thing in? Yeah, $2, Joe. We got it. Okay?
I do not make $2. I make $17.50 an hour. Thank you.
Is this the thing in Mass?
No, so I'm actually not moving to Massachusetts
anymore, or
for right now.
Yeah.
At least a year, because I got this job, and I will most likely be moving into Manhattan with my best friend.
Oh, wow. Manhattan. That's a little bit. That's New York. That's a better state.
No, fuck off. You never want to claim New York City, so.
No, we don't want to claim New York City, but ultimately New York is the better state compared to New Jersey.
I don't agree.
Well, you can disagree, but objectively, it's a better state. So.
Yeah, that's been my week. So my role was effective as of yesterday.
Wow. So you're making like what, $22 an hour?
I'm not sharing.
But you're making a good amount of money, right?
Yes, but I'm not sharing.
You don't have to. Joe just wants to know that he can.
Dave, what do you make in a year?
Why am I going to tell you that?
Don't share. It's your own info.
You know, I feel like that's all fucking. That's been you know.
It's just been
ingrained.
Question.
It's been ingrained in our minds that it's taboo to share what you make. It's not.
But I will share with you guys. I'm not sharing with the random people.
That's dumb though. What if there's people watching this episode and they are HR generalists in their company and they're making way less than you? They can go, hey, I know somebody who's making roughly this. I want to raise.
I'm not sharing. I know this doesn't work, but I'm not sharing that.
Ridiculous.
Listen, Joe.
So like also, 22 an hour?
I'm not sharing.
Also, she just said salary. Okay, she didn't know what she.
Yeah, I know, but she can break it down.
I do know what it is hourly because it was broken down to me in my meeting, but I'm not sharing. But it would also. I was just thinking of this. It's very, very unrelated, but I have yawned so many times during this episode that I think it would be a really fun drinking game for whoever watches the podcast.
I haven't noticed.
And drinks every time that I.
Oh, that's at least 2 drinks down. What
easily.
is?
I have yawned.
What does that echo?
So many times.
I mean, I only heard it once. No, it only happened the one time. That was strange.
Is it me?
It probably was.
Oh, awesome.
It was just a moment, but now it's gone.
Okay.
It was just like God talking
back to you. But anyways, Dave, what about your week? So Sarah got a new job. I got a new car.
I got let's see. I don't know, man. Let's see. So what happened Saturday? I drank a lot Saturday. I drank a lot Saturday night. And I did not throw up.
Hey, that's a good week for Dave right there.
Oh yeah.
So Dave's got a new tolerance.
Yeah.
I mean, so I didn't throw up. Then Sunday, went to.
I am sweaty.
Yeah, me too. Watched the Bills play well, but lose. Monday.
Go Pats.
We're playing the fucking Buccaneers.
I know. And I will say, I picked the Bills, and they lost. So
it was a close game, though. Great game.
I agree, but that didn't help me.
You can't really bet against Tom Brady because
you can't bet against Tom Brady.
Well, I don't like him. So.
Well, nobody likes him. The only people that like Tom Brady are Tom Brady.
Well, a lot of people like him.
Well, they suck his dick for a living.
Yeah, like those fucking refs.
Yeah.
Over there. Anyways.
I didn't see that.
Monday, I worked. Tuesday, worked. I have this pimple on my nose. It's bugging me. You can see this red dot right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, oh, Rudolph. Like, why has it got to happen during Christmas? Like,
yeah,
why
the worst time for a pimple on your nose.
Yeah. Nothing. I got these.
Pretty average week.
Finally got these in the mail. I'll tell you the story about these. These are badge holders. You can't see them really.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
yeah.
making badges for something?
No, like they just mine was old and crap, so I wanted new ones.
Nice.
Got them on Amazon. First time I ordered them, said okay, they'll be here. I ordered them on Wednesday. They said they'd be here Thursday morning. I ordered them, said they'd be here Monday. Monday came. 2 days. It's gonna be late, either Tuesday or Wednesday. Well, Wednesday, not here. So go back, got a refund. Got the refund. Ordered it again. Said 2 day shipping. Got them the other day.
Nice.
They hold 2 cards. And they've got like these cool the thumb things, so you can easily slide them up.
Oh, they're the ones we have at Disney.
Are they? Yeah, they're fun.
They look almost
things.
exactly like it. Yeah.
Probably.
They're like hard plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got those.
Wow.
Nothing exciting.
So new car, new job, new
tolerance.
badge holders.
New tolerance.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't thrown up in a while.
Hey, Dave hasn't thrown up in a while, so new look on life.
Yeah, new badge holders.
New badge holders. Well, I hate to bring this to a close because it's been a fun episode of my shitty week, but I got to go see Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to fucking say.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So Joe's going to see Spider-Man.
Fucking stoked.
And so we'll hear about that next week.
Oh yeah, we'll hear about that next week.
And
all right.
I'm going on Saturday to see it. Saturday night to see it.
Mean that I should go
you need to go see it, Sarah.
Well, technically, I would say no because you probably haven't seen any of the other ones. But
yeah, no.
To fucking watch them all tonight. Go see the other one.
I have way too much work to do tonight. But
okay, watch them tomorrow and go see the new one.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll have a reaction.
Yeah. Oh, you'll have a comprehensive, no or spoiler-free review next week. Not really. I'll just talk about how great it was.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this isn't a movie podcast, so we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, I'll pretty much probably come in here and be like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'll walk out of the movie and be like, best movie I've ever seen. But I do that with almost every movie I've ever seen.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and best movie ever. And then the next movie, best movie ever.
Yeah.
Movies are just good, you know? I like movies.
Encanto was good. I liked that. I saw that last week. That's my movie review.
What'd you see? What?
Encanto.
The new Disney. Yeah. Anyways, trivia?
Yep.
Right on.
Oh, wait a second. Next week's our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
I'll be home.
Okay. I'll be here.
Oh, excuse Jesus Christ.
But I will be work from home that day, so we're good to go.
Am I sharing the right screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Why? What do you got on the other screen?
I'll show you after.
Okay.
Pick a number. I completely blanked out right there. Somebody.
14.
3, 6, 9. 9. 12.
9.
What is the opening of a camera lens which controls the amount of light?
Yeah, baby. It's in the bag.
Damn it. I think I know what it is.
I know, but I think I'm going to say it wrong.
I'm locked in.
What is the opening of a camera lens?
Let's go, baby.
What is
I'm going to sound so dumb, but I think this is it.
I think this is it. Okay. I said
Sarah?
shutter.
Oh, okay. Sarah?
Aperture.
Aperture.
Fuck.
I put down aperture.
So do I get like 1 point? I knew what I was trying to say.
Sure, I'll give you a point.
I didn't say shutter.
What's the shutter speed?
Well, shutter speed is how quickly the aperture opens and closes.
See, it was something, you know.
Yeah, so you're there, Dave. Just not quite.
So fuck. Can I get half a point?
I'll give you half a point.
Sarah gets 1 and you get 2.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yes. Let's go.
Sarah with
this half a point is gonna make or break.
Okay? It could. It literally could.
I'm gonna come back and this half point, it's gonna be like 7 to 7.5 and I win.
Okay, so this is week 3 of 6. Sarah, you're at 3. I'm at 4. Dave, you're at 2.5.
Let's go.
So very close this time around.
Easy.
Dave, where can the people find you?
Oh underscore David Sharkey underscore. Underscore David Sharkey underscore. If you couldn't hear me through my yawning.
Yeah.
At the Shuffle Podcast is where we post Shuffle Podcast clips occasionally.
Yeah, sorry about this not giving you one this week, Dave. But as you know, I had some fucking issues.
Yeah.
But I did post one today from a previous episode, so go check that out. Shuffle Podcast.
Go check out Slingshots.
Talked
about the ride. And at tshark101 is Twitter. And my eat of the week is I went to McDonald's on Monday, maybe something, but they're having like a special for Christmas. Every day they've got like 25 days of Christmas at McDonald's. And if you buy something for $1, you get something free. Christmas. You get something free. So I got it. The notification, it said, get a chicken sandwich for free if you buy something for $1. So I went there and I got a double burger, McDouble or whatever.
They're just giving away free chicken sandwiches
for like $1.89 and a free chicken sandwich. And then today's I didn't go, but it was a free 6-piece if you bought something for $1. So I was like, man, I want to go again.
You'll have time.
Fucking love McDonald's.
But yeah, so a double burger, double hamburger, whatever, and a chicken sandwich.
Nice. Dave loves chicken sandwiches.
I do.
Sarah, take it away.
Sarah Bayless. Sarah with 3 A's, Bayless. And at You'll See It Eventually.
Nice.
And then my eat of the week would be from a restaurant in my town called Prohibition. I went with my roommate and her boyfriend.
Hey, we have a Prohibition.
We do?
In Buff by the stadium. Yeah.
That happens to be I went with my roommate from college and her boyfriend, who happens to be one of my friends from home. And we went to dinner and I got a bacon cheeseburger and it was phenomenal. And the drinks there were very phenomenal. The drinks there were also phenomenal. The one that my roommate got was called the Sunny Side Up, and the drink presentation, it looked like a sunny side up egg. And I thought that was pretty cool. It was a lemon peel. So it was like foamy, and then they put a lemon peel and it looked like a sunny side up egg. Oh. So I appreciated that. But yeah, that was my eat of the week.
Sounds good. Yummy. You can follow me on my photography Instagram at Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram is Secrets Agent Sharky. And my YouTube channel at Joe Sharky. My eat of the week is I did make soup again, homemade chicken noodle soup. We all know I love my soup. Had friends over. I also made vegetable soup for Shannon because, of course, she doesn't eat my chicken noodle soup. So I made vegetable soup for her. All around good. However, I think I'm going to copy Dave here. I got McDonald's yesterday. And by I mean Shannon bought me McDonald's after my fucking day of shit at the Subaru dealership. So Shannon bought me McDonald's. I was very appreciative after a very long, stressful day of not eating anything. So that was really good. I got a 10-piece with some fries, a large Sprite, no ice, and barbecue sauce. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at The Shuffle Podcast. Like Dave said, follow the TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast, and follow and subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all at The Shuffle Podcast. Thank you guys again for so much this year for all the views and likes, or not likes. You guys don't like the videos. All the views and sharing. If you share the videos, we appreciate it. And thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys next week for the Christmas episode. Catch us in costume. Whoop, whoop.
Thanks for watching the show.
Bye, everyone.